can see, the person, how sit like this and hold in your hand these two books. It look like a part of the self. It look like it come from inside the body.
Chalk's International Airline has flown 59 years of continuous service from Miami to the Bahamas.
Dr. Kosatkin in Leningrad has been interpreting dreams in that sense that every dream that we have could have a medical meaning.
Good evening, I'm Ralph Rennick. It's not unusual for us to go through life never realizing our dreams. Money and family obligations often take precedent over doing what we really want to do. In Hollywood, Florida, we found a 50-year-old man who's finally living his dream after a lifetime of struggle and hardship. Nancy Solomon tells us more.
It's like someone took Enzo Gallo out of the Renaissance age and stuck him in the 20th century. This man loves life, he loves people, and he loves to create.
Nancy, I feel so good when we work in a piece of stone.
He's sculpting white marble, and it comes from Gallo's native Italy, the land he had to leave during World War II because his parents feared for his life and well-being. But a blatant reminder of his childhood in the town of Padula, Italy, is a deep running scar across his forehead. A huge chunk of marble from his father's stone and tile business fell on him. At 18, Gallo left for Havana, Cuba to live with his uncles, who are also in the marble business. But just as he was getting his life together in Havana, learning the marble trade, dabbling in sculptures, landing a professor's position of fine arts at a university, and settling down with his wife and newborn son, Castro took power. The story is reminiscent of so many who fled.
Yeah, I come in Miami with $5, because in this time only we can take $5. When I come in Hollywood, I make my first bust portrait for some lady. I get $150. I charge $3,000-$4,000 just months before. And when I finish my job, I make 20 cents an hour. Yeah, I figure how I can support my wife and my son for 20 cents an hour. You think 30 years old man, you need to go to the welfare and live by welfare? Not. I can do this. And then I say, well, I need to start again my third life. I put in one side my art. Yeah, I open myself to where our parent teach us. It was marble business.
Like thousands of other Cuban refugees, Gallo built up his own business. But in the back of his mind, he yearned to flee the tedium of selling stone and tile and become a true artist, a full-time sculptor.
Nancy, you want to know what the truth? I forget everything. I forget all my problem, all the politics, all the life. Yeah, I know I feel so good. Really, when the marble is cheap for, for the stone, make me this moment, really in another world.
Enzo Gallo worked on weekends and nights creating his images. Up until 2 years ago, not too many people saw what he was creating. Out of marble emerged his energy for life, abstract art full of movement. He was making cold stone come alive with lines that curved, often resembling the human form. Marble was what he grew up with, and although it's one of the most difficult materials to sculpt, it was marble Gallo truly wanted to shape.
What bothered me at the time that I looked at the work was the fact that although his work was so beautiful, and I consider him one of the finest contemporary sculptors, that I had never heard of him. And I vowed at that time that I would do something about it.
Some call it timing, others fate. But when art historian and collector Gert Freeman spotted his work, she took Gallo and his art under her wing. After buying several pieces herself and resisting the temptation to purchase more, she made a commitment. The rest of the world would know Enzo Gallo.
You can see his emotions are in the marble. he's transmitted his emotions to the marble.
Through showings Freeman arranged at South Florida galleries and temples, Enzo Gallo has become more well-known. Sculptures that would have gone for a few $1,000s a couple of years ago now sell for several thousand, giving him more financial freedom and consequently more time to create.
You can see, the person, how sit like this and hold in your hand these two books. This look like a part of the self. It look like it come from inside the body. Every time I create a project or study, it's relatively small, but in my mind, I see this piece look like 20, 30 feet. In every piece, I say, maybe someday somebody like and commission to me to do some real big.
That's his real desire, to land commissions for huge sculptures. But in the meantime, there's his own personal gallery. Not too big, but big enough for him. What's really important is that life is being breathed into his creations that before stood motionless. All around this country, people are beginning to recognize Enzo Gallo as a true artist, a man who's finally living his dream.
Whenever Enzo Gallo gets discouraged, business becomes demanding, marble doesn't give way to flowing form, he reminds himself, life is so short and I have so much to do.